Tonight on Go-Go Therapy, we're talking with Charles Wright, the voice behind Express Yourself, a song about speaking truth so it can't be ignored. For a lot of Black people, the problem isn't that something didn't happen. It's that when it did happen, the system didn't move. Nautical Compass turns your experience into structured paper, timelines, records, and proof, the kind that makes people and systems respond differently. Not as a victim, as a liability. We'll talk more about why that changes everything. Use the code NC-POD30. Nautical Compass, when your record makes things move.
Yo, we live, we back in effect. This is season 1, episode 11. Shout out to all the people who know about numerology who are 11s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is another episode of Go-Go Therapy. This is the first live version of Go-Go Therapy. And we got a legend on this jump. We got Charles Wright, the brother that did the original Express Yourself. Some people from my generation, they only know, Straight Outta Compton and the rap versions where they, interpolated it. But this is the guy who did the original Express Yourself. He goes back so far. I've done my research. He had Barry White playing the drums in his band. That's how far this brother goes back. He goes back to Little Richard. I mean, he goes back to like, the when he came up. I looked at a lot of research. He came back growing up in the his parents, when the fields with the cotton and everything and the sharecropping and stuff, and at a time when it was either gospel or just everything else was devil music. So I mean, he's been around for a good while, and he's got a new book out. We're talking about Charles Wright. If anyone isn't familiar with what I'm talking about, Charles Wright, and it's the 103rd Street Watts. I might be saying it incorrectly, I'm sure, but Express Yourself. Everyone knows that.
Watts,
Express yourself. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Watts
There we go.
103rd Street Rhythm Band.
Say it right. I'm sorry, brother. Correct me.
Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band.
Right. Because I've been doing so much research. I said it the same way I seen another interview person do it wrong. It's in Watts. It's not. It's not. Now I just watched the other interview. You did another one. You got a lot of good stuff on it, brother. I like that show you got too. I want to look. You need to go back to that show with we did with Little Richard, the Express Yourself show. That was great. I love that.
Thank you.
But we got a lot of power players in here. We got shout out to Don Jr. CEO. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him and wasn't for his father Don Cody as well as my father. I wouldn't be in even be in the position where I would be throwing this opportunity. So I appreciate you even giving me this opportunity, brother. This is a blessing, and you don't even realize how much of a blessing your music has been to us, even in the future generations since when you came out with it. Because I called my uncle recently. My uncle Butch Ivan Maurice. We have a song together called "Wrong Song," and he came up with Roberta Flack called him up and called him directly. He won some contests, and she wanted to work with him. And through his career, he worked with the. That was how he started, and he started working with the Blackbirds and to initialize and stuff with D Records with my father and stuff that I'm doing to this day. But I just had to call him because he's over a certain age, and he could tell me how it was back then when you guys were out doing your thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that was cool, bro. That was cool." That's the first thing that was you talking about Charles Wright Express. Oh, you saw that, bro. That was a good time. That was a good time. He did that. Like you were groundbreaking. So
That's interesting. Roberta, there's a chapter in my book where Roberta and I got kidnapped one night.
Wow, wow. You got to go into that. You said you and Roberta Flack got kidnapped.
We got kidnapped together one night in Chicago.
Mm, mm, wow, that's amazing. Well, I mean, I can see how you're saying. You can say less about that one tidbit is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna start you off with some questions, and we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff to because we got probably over 50 questions, but we're gonna try to scale it down.
Oh my
Because when I
God.
told people I got Charles Wright, I mean it just, I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised about how many people really hit me up because that song is so inspirational. I mean, I quoted one of your words to my mother, and we got across a conversation I've been trying to get across for years, just by saying one of your lyrics from Express Yourself. But I'm gonna start out. How do you feel about doing interviews and why? I'm just asking you in general because you got a lot of great interviews and a lot of content since I've been looking you up lately.
Well, people call me a legend. This is something that started happening in the last 2 or 3 years. I'm glad to do interviews, but I hope people who interview me, not to mean anything derogatory, but I hope people that interview me read my books first.
Right, right, right.
You know, and then they'll understand how to really talk to me about what my life was like. Because my books, well, you already explained some part of one of them,
Oh, wow.
in the cotton field, Mississippi.
Mm.
Yeah. And then that was, I was in the record industry. Uh, I, I, I joined the record industry. I was a latecomer.
Mm.
Because like you say, back at home, our music was the devil's music. My father
Right.
allowed me to listen to it. When I came to California, kids, we walking home from school singing all these songs. I wanted to know where they learned them from. They told me about this radio show, and I started listening to the radio on the slide. And let me tell you, I got hooked on this music right away. And I've been hooked on it ever since.
Hey, I heard you say that because, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research. What was the name of that radio station that first caught your attention?
It first caught my attention.
Yeah, like like you say, you was because they only let you hear gospel
KGFJ.
stuff.
KGFJ.
ATFJ.
KGFJ.
That was in Mississippi.
No, it was here
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
in California. And
Okay.
I,
Right.
I was at that age only about 14, 15 years old.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you but your answer because you were pretty in depth with that as far as like I won't say you kind of didn't answer it, but you're a smart guy. I've been watching you. But you did answer it pretty in depth even still for not answering it because you you kind of saying you answered it in saying you enjoy interviews more when people have read your book. And I respect the heck out of that because like you see up there my guy Trey Chaney, he has a book and it's like it's helpful when you can when you know the background of someone, especially if they wrote their own autobiography, and you can ask them better questions. So I definitely get what you're saying with that. Because me personally, I feel bad that I didn't get to read your whole book, but I didn't have that. I mean, I only had so much time to do your background information and stuff. But I definitely I want to ask you this: did you know at that time how much the express yourself would transition this far along? Like when you came up with it, because the question I want to ask, like I said, I was talking to my mother the other day, and I said that the lyric you have on there, you got to it ain't about what you're doing. And so you might correct it for me. I don't want to do the Fat Joe thing where you mess the words up. You might want to say it ain't what you're doing, how you're doing what you're doing, but what people think. Go ahead, you correct me, please. That lyric, because that lyric is like a scripture to me. I mean, that helped. I've been trying to talk to my mother for something for years, and she laughed, and I know she got what I've been trying to tell her with that. Because I feel like that particular lyric you have. I don't know if you know, it's like a riddle, but it sounds like don't lean onto your own understanding to me,
It's
like the
not what
Bible
you
verse.
look like. It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing what you look like you're doing.
Right. Say that one more time for the people, because like that's one of the ones like my brother KB. He got to rewind that. Like, what do you say?
It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing
Doing
what you look like you're doing.
like you're doing. Right. Right. Right.
Express yourself.
Right. Because perception can be reality, people. That's why I just love that. That's and it's not always reality. Everybody got their own perception. But I'm gonna piggyback off that to say, what inspired you to come up with your song titles on the Express Yourself album? Because you had a whole album out as I'm doing my work and research. I see you had a whole album now. You got the book out now. Congratulations, that's your newest book. I've noticed that you have other books that like you said, we're talking about the sharecropping and going back. I haven't read. I really got to do my research. But when you came up with that, I mean, the Express Yourself album, and you initially created, did you imagine these songs would still be relatable to this day?
Hell no. I had no idea that the Express Yourself would do anything like what it's done.
Mm,
But I knew it was a hit song,
right.
but I didn't know it was going to be a hit over and over and over and over again. And in so many commercials and movies.
Right. Over 50 movies I've seen doing my research. You're in over 50 movie placements with that because I just got my first movie placement Recently, and I'm acting in the movie, so of course, and I know the guy, we got a relationship, through the AV, DV, stuff I do. So that's,
Congratulations.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And also, I did, like I said, I did the production, and like I said, I've been, you tell a lot of tidbits and stuff. You give a lot of people knowledge because people don't realize they got to get their publishing together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can always, like, if you don't got the publishing and licensing, if you're not, if you're on a movie, someone else is getting paid for it.
Yeah, well, we always gave our publishing away because we were glad to get a contract. And we thought that it was when they give you one contract for your performance, they give you hand you another contract for the publishing. And I just happened to be working for an old Jewish lady
Right.
who ran a studio, and she taught me about publishing. And you don't have to give up your publishing. You can negotiate with it, but don't give it up. Because that's why they have two different contracts. One is for your publishing, the other one is for your performance.
Now that's a good point you made there, right there, because a lot of people don't realize that there are two. And just so I can school people a little bit, just with what knowledge I have, publishing. There's your songwriter publishing, and then there's also your publishing company. Like I got Mr. 40Y Publishing, and I got publishing as me as a songwriter. So that's a lot of people don't realize that you need to have both. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're
Yeah.
just strictly a songwriter, you don't really know how to play instruments, so you don't produce anything like that to that nature.
I was blessed because I kept the publishing on Express Yourself.
No, that's a blessing. That's definitely a blessing. I got another question. I wanted to kind of like transition to my brother KB. I'm not sure if I'm kind of new with this Zoom thing, but he had a question as well. Wanna- But I may just ask it for him right now, just in transition. I want you to explain why to you, like, for you to get this message out to people, especially during the time when speaking your mind, like we talking about the, sharecropping and all that, as a black man was frowned upon in my PG-13 voice. Why was it so detrimental for you to get this message out? Because I know, like you just said it, but I didn't know. But some of that you had, I'm sure you had, intentional.
Which message are you speaking of?
I'm just saying in general, like, because at that time, as a black man, as far as I'm looking at it as a younger black man, even to say express yourself is, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that at that time, from a black man. So, like, told you that.
Well, the thing about Express Yourself, believe it or not, nobody liked it. Nobody, not even my band members. Some of them told me they didn't want to play on it even.
So can you? I mean, I know you don't know what people felt or thought in their minds, but why do you think what led them not to really like to express yourself? I mean, did you like it? First of all, did you?
Yes, I wrote it. I wrote it as a result of we had a hit record called "Do Your Thing," and we were performing that at Texas A&M one night, and come to an abrupt end, and kids kept slapping and clapping and stumping. Only God made me say it. I said, "Express yourself." And they went, "Wow." So to my hotel room that night with pencil and pad and my guitar, and wrote "Express Yourself." Got on a plane, came back to LA, took the band in the studio and tried to record it one day. It just didn't work out. So I called just my drummer and my bass player and went in and did the track, and I brought it back for the rest of the band to perform on, and they didn't like it.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy because I was like I said, I've been doing my research and I noticed that, like we was, I believe it's the Express Yourself show you have a little richer than you were y'all kind of going back and forth about. I
One
y'all
more
had some
time,
stuff y'all
baby.
freestyle with, and it's like
Okay.
somebody got to mute. I'm about to have to mute you, brother. Like I admit you mute your phone, man. Mute your phone, Melvin. I have to mute you. Okay, but no, I was saying like far as like the first song you said before Express Yourself, I heard you and Little Richard going back and forth. Like how he came up with La Blue by Blam Bamboo. It was freestyle. So when you came up with that song, they had asked you guys what was the song? Not Express Yourself before that song.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. Exactly, exactly. That was amazing to me how y'all freestyle that, and that was a hit as well, leading up into Express Yourself.
Yeah, I think Love Land led up to Express Yourself.
Okay, in between. Okay, after Do Your Thing, then it was Love. That one.
The Love Land.
Okay, okay. But my point was, my question was, or comment was like, you just explain like, how was that moment? Like, because Express Yourself, like you say, y'all didn't necessarily know it was going to be that big of a hit. But when Do Your Thing, like they asked you guys to just like play something and they needed something else. And like, I mean, explain that process a little bit. I mean, what were y'all thinking? What was going on when because that ended up being a big hit. That's first started, it sparked you off. And you said you guys were just jamming. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even set lyrics.
Do your thing. The
Exactly.
way that came about is that I had on the back a truck up to this nightclub we was working in Hollywood one night, and band was kind of nervous for the first set or two. By the third set, we loosened up, and I started uh, just singing in the band. I started singing lyrics I never heard before myself. Like, get on the floor and do your thing, because everybody out there dancing looked like everybody was doing a different dance. And so I cut it out and took it, let the band hear. They didn't like that either. They thought somebody told me don't put my name on that. Put the record out because I knew what it was, I felt what it was. And 6 months later, I got a call from a disc jockey in Philadelphia, want me to come star on the show. Am I talking by myself or to myself?
Nah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother. This is intriguing to me right now, to be honest with you. I mean, but unless you still had more to say, you could land the plane. But I had another question just to follow up with that.
All right. So I asked him what song was he want. He wanted to be who was on the show, and he mentioned Bruce Brown and Chuck Jackson, all my heroes. And I said, well, what song are you talking about? And I got this a hit. He told somebody he don't even know. He said, Do Your Thing is #3 in Philadelphia. So I said, oh, no kidding. So I said, well, let me call you back. I called Warner Brothers and I told them the news. They said, no, the record dead. We stopped following it 3 months ago. Better find something else to put out there, Charles. I said, at least give the people a call. He called, he said, I'll call you back in 15 minutes. 5 minutes later, he called and said, you over 93,000 records in Philadelphia. Never heard of such a thing but an R&B book. And so here comes the Isley Brothers, who's next door in Teaneck, New Jersey, with It's Your Thing. And so my record and their record kept going seesawing up and down the chart for the whole year. 27 weeks, Do Your Thing was in the chart, which was almost unheard of as well. So anyway, that's That's how we had our first million selling record.
I hate. I hope I wasn't cutting you off. I think you were done, but if so, cut me off. But I just had something to piggyback on that.
No, you didn't cut me off. I'm
Okay.
talking to the ears.
Okay, I want to make sure you got your complete thought out. But just to piggyback on that, at that time, like I said, I've been doing my research. You had, I mentioned earlier, you had I don't know if it was that tied into that exact time, but you had Barry White as your drummer. You had Captain and Tennille as one of your pianists. So just like kind of let people know about you had some big dogs, and when you guys were just starting out, they all went into their own separate careers. They were also great. Like, and they kind of, I don't know if that was their exact start with you, but I mean, they were, I'm sure that's their start of getting hits. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I taught a lot of musicians how to play funk, and those were some of them. Al McKay with the Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right, right. That's what I forgot. Exactly. Right.
Yeah. And they all turned out to be great musicians. I'm proud of them. Barry White surpassed me.
I mean, but y'all both legendary, like, but I feel you. I mean, I'm an artist as well, so I get where you're coming from. But I wouldn't say he surpassed you because I mean, he taught him well. Because he was drumming then, like, you know what I mean? And I've noticed the joke, you all guys were playing instruments. My father and my uncles do that, they play the instruments and all of them can, a lot of them can sing as well, stuff like that, or create the songs themselves, the lyrics.
One of the hottest drummer in the studios of Los Angeles was my drummer, James Gatson. he's still very famous.
Hey, I'm gonna let my co-host chime in real. My buddy KB has a question for you. I think his mic is unmuted. Are you there, KB?
Hey, KD. I don't hear the brother. The way you look, you don't hear him either.
I can hear.
Hey, we're back. For some reason, I think he's having technical difficulties with his audio. But but
Hello.
just to follow up, I'm gonna transition real quick while you get us up together. On the album, Express Yourself. What, what were you thinking about when you came up with the title High as Apple Pie? Slice one and two.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello.
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 Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with. I'm not sure what's going on with his.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear him, Deuce?
I hear you very well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's happening. But how you doing? My name is KB.
All right.
This is my son Khalil.
Hi, how you doing?
Khalil.
Yeah. So I just had a couple of questions. A lot of people talk about funk as a sound, but you actually lived it in the moment. So what do you wish that more folks would understand about what funk is?
Funk is just a name that we attributed to music that we played so deep and spiritually deep. And it takes you away into a realm of You know, it's like they call voodoo, I guess. It's close to that. Just some deep feeling music.
I totally understand that. It just takes you into a whole different zone to whereas you can just it's just you and the music and nothing else exists.
You get carried away with it.
Yes, sir. I totally understand that. So I have another question. What looking back, was there any moment where you thought that, wow, we're actually doing something special here and we need to just take it further?
Of course, I always was trying to take it further. I always trying to make it special as well.
True. Totally understand that. My son actually had a question for you. I'm gonna go ahead and let him ask you while I grab my other questions.
So my question is, I see you got guitars back there. You play guitar?
I didn't get the question.
Yes.
What's the first guitar you learned how to play?
Oh, I had my friend, one of the guys that was in a doo-wop group. And one of the guys in the group, brother, had a Sears and Roebuck guitar, and I didn't know how to play guitar. Well, the group I was with, the only instrument on the record that we had, it was a hit record, was a guitar. And we would go and play with the orchestras, and nobody in those days had guitar in the orchestra. And so somebody had to learn how to play the guitar so we could sound authentic. But I'm left-handed. So I started learning, he let me mess around with the guitar, and I messed around with it until I learned how to play the song that we were doing. And I eventually became a studio musician, and I played on a lot of hit records because I had a different sound than other people did. You didn't ask me all of that, but anyway, I learned how to play on. I still got that guitar, a Sears and Roebuck guitar.
Oh wow.
Guitar made me all the money I made is Les Paul.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I had another question off of that subject.
Cost you $50.
No problem. I got you.
All right.
Well, how did the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band originally come together? And with all of the different artists going in and out of it, how did you keep it together?
Actually, it was that spiritual music we're talking about we had going. And there was also in the band was some, if you read my book, you see there's some jealousy and stuff in there. So it hadn't been for that, we'd still be together. Of course, most of the guys have died already.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Definitely sad to hear about those that we lost. Definitely don't like hearing about a bunch of jealousy, because if we all stick together, it'll be a lot easier and a lot better.
Sure.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said, sure would. I'm giving you your $50 back after that.
Thank you. So your songs blend of funk, soul, and R&B. You know, they it seems to blend so seamlessly and easily. You know, how did you discover your unique groove?
I just did it. That's what I did. I just did.
It just came naturally.
Yeah, well, I think, the little town I'm from in Mississippi, you know,
Okay.
Sam Cooke is from it, Muddy Waters
Hmm.
is, David Russell is from it,
Hmm.
B.B. King is right down the street.
Oh wow.
Ike Turner, I could go on and on. All these people came from that little area. So there's something about that. Our bringing up there had to do with the explosive R&B music all over the world.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with you on that one. That's a soulful place, for lack of better words.
I think it was, I tried to put it together myself. It's difficult to do,
Hmm.
but the white people there were so mean. I think it just brought out something in us that the opposite.
Now that makes a lot of sense. It
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. I've
Might not,
definitely,
might not be that way, but that's how I have to feel it probably is.
I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. That really is the only thing that makes sense in that particular, yeah, in that particular aspect. You know, you've been beaten down so much that what comes out is love.
All right.
And it's like a diamond.
All right.
I'm gonna transition back over to Deuce. He has a few more questions for you.
All right.
Deuce.
Good talking to you and your son.
Oh,
I hope your son makes some good soul, real music instead of this stuff they're putting out today.
oh, thank you. And he has no other choice because he has me as a father. I
Well,
can't. I won't allow it.
all right. All right then.
All right.
I'm gonna give you $50.
Oh, but thank you so very much. I would definitely cherish it. As a matter of fact, it's gonna go to him.
All right. Thank you.
I'm honored. Thank you. Bye. Nice to meet you.
God bless you.
Okay. Um, I want to go transition, but I got one more question for you. But I want to transition to like just making sure everyone's aware you got a new book out. I mean, Express Yourself has been out for years, but he has a new book out. Make sure y'all check the Charles Wright book out, Express Yourself. It's available on Amazon and a lot of different platforms you go get books on. Make sure you go check that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurt that I haven't read it yet to give some more, a better interview right now. But I mean, I appreciate you. Like I said, again, I'm honored to have you on here. You know what I mean? And we're going to transition in a second. I'm going to play your new single. He has a new single out right now called Follow Your Spirit. And it's like, to me, it's just crazy how, it's like how he's saying, like, man, I'm just doing my thing. And that's how I be telling people about me with my music. I mean, my grandma's in the Gospel Hall of Fame, so I guess it's in my blood. And Shirley Abels. And so people be like, how did you do that? I don't know. I'm just doing my thing. Like, like your first, but the question I have to ask you is like I'm gonna transition to your new song, Follow Your Spirit. Before I ask you this question, the last question before we transition to that. So the question is, what will Follow Your Spirit, your new song? What is it? What message are you trying to get across with Follow Your Spirit, and what message are you trying to get across with releasing your new book, Express Yourself, right now?
A positive feeling, a positive thought. Right now, we're in a very strange place. The world is, and too much negative stuff is going on. And I don't know, it's about time for somebody to do something positive. So I keep trying to give people something that's worthwhile.
Yeah. So with the book, because that's been your message from the get go to me with the music. I can it just seeps through. It's timeless music. I love it. I appreciate it. As a musician personally, but the book I haven't read it. So what's the difference with Express Yourself as opposed to a lot of the other stuff that you the other book you have like one or two other books I know for sure. It's just leading up to
Actually, I put my first book out. It's about what my family had to go through in Mississippi. And everybody expected when they read it that it would be about my show business life. So now I had to do something to that effect. So I Express Yourself. I wrote my whole life story. I got another 2 books in me, really, but I'm not at spring chicken anymore. So anyway, I hope to get them all out. Express Yourself is about my band and what we went through from how I started my band, and who was in my band, and some of the strange stuff that happened to my band, and how we had other people trying to bring us down because we was hard to follow. And I tell you what, we did every television show you can think of more than once, but you can't even find a clip on us nowhere because the name Watts, I think, is a problem.
Okay, that's powerful. That's real powerful. Okay, I'm working on transitioning. I'm gonna see if I can play the video, the new song you have about it. And again, everyone, he has a new book out, Charles Wright, called Express Yourself. Everybody knows the song Express Yourself, but he has a brand new book out called Express Yourself. And like you said, it's just kind of talking about that time. Make sure I check all his books out because he has a hell of a story from me doing my research. So get that new book he got, Express Yourself. But he has a new song called Follow Your Spirit. And like I was just my opinion. It's following the same tradition of a lot of Charles Wright music that's come out. It's naturally authentic from his upbringing. Like it has spirituality in it, and it's secular music, whatever people say, but it's feel good music, man. And it's like, to me, it's like his take, like if he was a preacher, that's his ministry. I can hear the spiritual stuff. Because like I said, my grandma, she's in the Gospel Hall of Fame. I grew up, my dad, he played bass and stuff. So I grew up hearing stuff, so I can relate to it. But I got one more question before we transition and see if I get this song on his new video, Follow Your Spirit. Again, I was asked it before KB on the album Express Yourself. What were you thinking about when you came up with the title High as Apple Pie? You got apple pie slice 1 and slice 2. Like, I like doing part 1 to 2, so I'm really interested in this.
It was how this girl made me feel. That's the simplest answer I can give you.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And hilarious at the same time. Like my brother KB said, he just texted me. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, before we dive into some more questions, I'm going to see. I'm leaving the floor open. Don, anybody, y'all can get on the chat if y'all got a quick question or something. Y'all want to hit.
Man.
Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Wright, hey, you my guy. I love you. I appreciate and I honor you being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Shouts out to everybody out there in Radio Land upon the millions upon millions of listeners. I have a very personal question. How do you keep the energy? Because you have been doing it for so many years, but how do you keep the energy being on platforms like this and sharing your message with all the millions of listeners, upon millions of listeners? How do you keep the energy every day?
God's in charge.
Amen. 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 Y'all are listening to the Deuce Double Podcast. This is on your favorite platform. We have the legend, living legend, Charles Wright in the building. Thank you, sir. God is definitely in charge. I appreciate that. Oh wow, I'm blown away, sir. Thank you. You was on my Zoom meeting, but we had to bring you to Deuce Double Podcast. Go therapy, y'all. This is real. Deuce double. Run the video, my guy. You ready? Let's get it.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Follow your spirit, and you'll never go wrong. Follow your spirit, you'll always make it home. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl, it'll always tell you when to stop and when to start. Don't let other people bring you down. Don't you listen to that familiar sound. Somebody tell you that it can't be done. Show them that you're right there on the one. Some people don't like it when they see you headed up. Watch out for the backstabbers and all them other nuts. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl. Follow your spirit, spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Oh, girl. Just look around, and if you follow through, you'll see that God's in your corner, just rooting for you. There's a little light up above your head. If you get in tune with yourself, it'll never let you stray. Oh, listen. If your mind should tell you what you're doing ain't right, no time to struggle, fuss or fight. Your heart will hardly ever stir your own. When you're feeling out of place, you're in a place where you don't belong. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl. Follow your spirit, spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Oh, girl. That little light, little light up above your head. No, it will always tell you when you're about to stray. You gotta watch it go. That little spirit, 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 spirit. Everybody say spirit, 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 spirit. Yeah. Listen to your heart. If you're doing it wrong, you know you ain't right. Now you wanna go just like you got to use your power. Positive thinking. Too much worry, smoking and drinking. Spirit, oh, listen to your heart. Oh. Follow your spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Just look around, follow through. There's an awful lot available to you. God is in your mind today. Just be yourself, and He'll show the way. Follow your spirit. Don't it make you feel real good, y'all? Yeah. Follow your spirit.
Hey, follow your spirit. We back.
Was was interesting.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, brother.
Had a whole big arrangement on that musically.
Mm.
I hear nothing but the voice.
So okay, you saying you got a whole big arrangement on that? That's just the music video. That's just some promotion. You got a whole, but you saying you got an orchestra? I don't. It's just Charles Wright now. What do you mean by that?
There's an orchestra on there. I didn't
Oh,
hear that.
okay, okay. So that's just a prelude.
Oh,
Mhm.
first time I run to that kind of prelude, but all right. All right.
Now, but I like that, John. I mean, I want to open up the floor to people that like see what they say. Like I see we got Don Cody on here. He's a legend. He's got when his BET Living Legend Award, same day. My father's we going to the National Zoo and things of that nature. We got Don on. Just got a lot of people on here. No, that's good to see. Got a lot of people that are tuned in. But I mean, just to reiterate what I just said, like maybe like you say, I'm the same way. It's just I'm doing my thing, like you say in your first song. But like I can feel the spirit through that. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not necessarily a gospel song. So I mean, I, when you did that video, what were you think? Where were you at when you did that video? First of all, was that looks like you on tropical somewhere?
No, I was right here in California.
Yeah, it's tropical. It's tropical. You're used to it. That's just where you come up, and then Watts.
All right.
But I would like to do a slight feedback session. I see my pops on here. Pops, what would you like to say about that video? Because I know you know a lot more than me about Charles Wright. I mean, it's my father. If I think I got you unmuted, Pops. Are you on there? Let me see.
Do me a favor and let the people in, bro.
Oh,
People
still
are
more
having a
people need to get in.
problem.
I mean, oh, your
Yes,
pops is not even in. I'm so apologize,
yes,
Don. I'm admitting them
yes,
right now.
please.
I
I
apologize.
apologize.
But
I'm not
okay, since you're
stepping
on there,
your
Don,
toes.
what's your feedback on that record? You know what I mean?
Oh, I love the record. It's a very fire record. It's very good, inspirational. Good job, sir. Good job. Follow your spirit. I love it. Let's get it. Please admit the people that's waiting. We got people. I'm getting texts. While they texting you, they texting me. Please
Oh,
let them in.
everybody's admitted at this point. Is nobody hasn't
What's
joined?
going on,
Just make sure you
family?
guys mute your
Mr.
mics.
Lane.
Okay, go ahead. There you go, brother. Melvin Coleman. I see you.
Yeah, what's going on? My name is Melvin Coleman, my real name, but my stage name is Mel Love Link to Link. Movement you want to move with. How is everybody doing today? Happy New Year to everybody as well.
Happy
Happy
New Year, brother.
brother.
All right. So, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Charles White. Um, question. For the music that you get, like Take It Back, New Circles, something to make you feel good. Somebody like me that's been doing music for a very long time, if I take some of your music and sample it to keep your legacy alive and keeping the youth to get to know who you are and then upgrade it to some of my visions and styles that the Lord has blessed me with to, will I be allowed to sample some of your work and incorporate it with my link to link music?
I don't see why not. But you don't do it to my music. Don't be reduced to metronome.
Well, when I do music, I do it with a vibe, you know what I mean? When God bless me with these visions and give me insight on pushing the people to feeling more love and positivity in the world. That's what I'm about. That's why my name is Mel Love Link to Link, the movement you want to move with, you know?
Well, good luck, brother.
So I have a lot of records out there I have been doing for a very long time. You know, I've been doing the music business for since I was a kid. My dad put me in the business. His cousins was Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, and he used to write with Smokey Robinson. You know, so me being a part of the music industry, I started working for Andre Harrell, Sean Puffy Combs, Kirk Burrows. I work with a lot of these artists out here, you know. I gave Biggie Smalls his name, Notorious B.I.G., the King of New York. I managed Black Rob, still managing G Dep to this day, myself. Just got a brand new record with Dougie Fresh, one of the greatest entertainers in the world right now. And it's a pleasure meeting you. So I was listening to, Follow Your Spirit in its entirety. I got a chance to listen to the video with the music and you singing along with it. And, I appreciate you still moving and doing what you love and pushing, this positivity for everybody to follow the spirit.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And I hope you have some success with some of my music.
Thank you. We definitely gonna work, and I'm definitely gonna take some of your music, remix it, and incorporate it. So it's gonna keep your legacy alive, and I'm gonna keep on pushing. In this new room that we in, you are right. 2026, we living in a time where there's nothing but negativity out here, and people is not really pushing positivity like we are. So only God's people understand what we're talking about, and He has aligned us to meet up today to keep on pushing forth. And I thank Don Jr. for that too. Mr. Cody as well. So I knew them for a very long time. So I had to get on this Zoom call with you tonight, and it's a blessing meeting you. Like I said again, and I'm definitely gonna keep on pushing your legacy with Link to Link.
Okay, brother. All right. God bless you.
Blessings, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good questions, good answers, good vibes. I'm loving it. I can feel the spirit. I can definitely feel the spirit. Everybody's expressing themselves. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get to a couple other questions, just tying into that song. Because to me, that song, it it, it's like you're crossing into different genres, like you always have done. You know what I mean? And just keeping stuff alive. So I said it to say, if you were to dive into another genre, which genre would you see yourself doing and why? You never, oh no, hold up. I think you're muted, brother. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why. Let's see. I mean, unmute your mic. I think my brother Charles is muted. I don't know why. Okay. Well, we're going to take this time to take a quick commercial break. We're going to figure out what's going on. For some reason, try one quick time.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, brother. You back with us? You there?
All right. I'll tell you, I'm not a spring chicken. Y'all exhausted me now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. We about to take a quick commercial break.
Yeah.
Like I said, we almost done. We only got a few more questions, to be honest with you, brother. We ain't gonna keep you all night, but what I was saying was like, to me that's like just like you always done. It's like it's a crossbreed of genres. You know what I mean? You came at a time between when genre changes, but like between soul and R&B and blues. When blues was looked at the time you were coming up, how they looked at rap when I was younger, like it's the devil music and this. So my point is, if you would work to it with someone in another genre, what types of artists would you like to work with? I mean, which genre could you see yourself doing and why? If you just blended some new stuff.
I do what I do, and I don't try to get out of my lane. So I don't know what artists I would work with other than kind of the people that I always have worked with.
Now, as an artist, that makes perfect sense to me. Like, I mean, I heard someone, I can't remember, my pops could probably, I don't know if it was Bob Hope or Frank Sinatra, someone they wouldn't expect, and they were like, "Why are you doing these genre blends?" He was like, "Well, it's good music or bad music." So I get what you mean with that. I mean, if y'all can vibe or y'all can't vibe, you're cooking up something. But speaking of cooking up something, I got a someone over here got a question, so I'm gonna chime in real quick before we go to commercial break about what is this? Yeah, you got that? Yeah. The food. I mean, hold up, real quick. Yeah, we have technical difficulty. We're gonna go to a commercial break real quick. I'm not sure why we having technical difficulties. It's, I'm gonna follow the spirit, but we're having a great interview. We got a legend on here, and I'm gonna give you all a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna have a few more questions, and we're not gonna keep them too long, but we're gonna get more precise real quick. So let me see real quick. Okay. I want to talk to the people who.
Oh, yeah. Just a minute.
System is confusing on. I want to talk to the people who feel like the system is confusing on purpose. Here's the truth most people don't learn until after they lose. Courts don't decide cases on fairness first. They decide them on standing, capacity, jurisdiction. You can be right and still get dismissed. That's when I started using Nautical Compass. It's not a lawyer. It doesn't give legal advice. It does something more important. It shows you how courts think, using actual case law. Nautical Compass breaks down why cases get thrown out, how standing actually works, the difference between suing someone personally versus officially, and what judges look for before they ever reach the facts. If you've ever said, "This shouldn't be legal," or "They violated my rights," but didn't know how to frame it, this tool is for you. Go to nauticalcompass.legal and use my code NC-POD30. That code supports the podcast directly, and it lets you access the same research logic lawyers use, without the guesswork. The law doesn't reward emotion, it rewards preparation. Yo, and we're back. And we're back, and we're back, and we're back. So, everybody here? We everybody online?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am here,
We
sir.
are here. Hi, Deuce. Hi, Deuce. Hi, Deuce.
What's going on, brother?
Okay, Don DC Cody. Good evening to everyone. I am so happy everyone had a chance to get on this call. Charles is definitely a legend, an international legend, and we're going to have to let him go right now because he is ready to retire for the evening. He has done a lot of things in his incredible career. Been on Soul Train, American Bandstand. He has performed in venues all over the world. He is well known and living on the West Coast. It's time for him to go to sleep. And I thank everybody for participating on this. We will have other interviews with Charles and coming up in the next couple of days. And thank you, Deuce. I know you are not 100% familiar with Zoom. You got the Zoom thing exclusively for Charles because you has your own app. I realize this, and my son is working with you and a lot of people. And thank everybody for coming on. But right now, Charles has got to go to sleep, and I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. And that being said, let Charles get any final words he wants. If not, I'll go out with his song, either or. But you can go ahead if you got something final to say, Charles, because we definitely got to tap back in. I got to redo my research with reading the book. and we do the part 2 on this episode.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you guys, but unfortunately, I'm kind of exhausted right now.
All right, Mr. Wright, you have a blessed night. Thanks for talking to you. Nice meeting you.
All right, my pleasure.
All right, thank you. Have a nice night.
My pleasure too, young blood.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm honored.
You have a good one. Thank you so much.
Have a blessed night. Link to link.
Stay blessed.
All right.
Hey, go therapy. This is very therapeutic. Love all y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna go out with the Charles Wright, Follow Your Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a couple of technical difficulties, and I appreciate Don Jr. CEO. Appreciate my father for being on here, and I appreciate Don's father for being on here. Because, like you say, Don and his father, they got 1 million people they get. So this is an honor. You even gave me this opportunity. So we're gonna go out with Follow Your Spirit. You know what I mean? Because we try our best, but God gotta do the rest. So I'm gonna leave it with that. We're gonna go out with the song. Y'all have a good one. This is Go Therapy. We'll be back.
Follow your spirit. Follow your spirit. Follow your spirit, and you'll never go wrong. Follow your spirit, you'll always make it home. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl, it'll always tell you when to stop and when to start. Don't let other people bring you down. Don't you listen to that familiar sound. Somebody tell you that it can't be done. Show them that you're right there on the one. Some people don't like it when they see you headed up. Watch out for the backstabbers and all them other nuts. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl, follow your spirit, spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Oh, girl, just look around, and if you follow through, you'll see that God's in your corner, just rooting for you. There's a little light up above your head. If you get in tune with yourself, it'll never let you stray. Oh, listen. If your mind should tell you what you're doing ain't right, no time to struggle, fuss or fight. Your heart will hardly ever stir you wrong. When you're feeling out of place, you're in a place where you don't belong. Follow your spirit, listen to your heart. Oh, girl, follow your spirit, spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Oh, girl, that little light up above your head. No, it will always tell you when you're about to stray. You gotta watch it go. That little spirit, 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 spirit. Everybody say spirit, 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 spirit. again. Spirit, oh, listen to your heart. Follow your spirit, yeah. Listen to your heart. Just look around, follow through. There's an awful lot available to you. God is in your mind today. Just be yourself, and He'll show the way. Follow your spirit. Don't it make you feel real good, y'all? Yeah. Follow your spirit.
Hey, till the next time, go therapy. Love y'all, man.
Stay blessed.
Try to lend a helping hand, but Bama's not my friend. Bama's hot and presenting. Time and time again. Try to lend a helping hand, but Bama's not my friend. Bama's hot and presenting. Time and time again. Try to lend a helping hand, but Bama's not my friend. Bama's hot and presenting. Time and time again. Try to lend a helping hand, but Bama's not my friend. Bama's hot and presenting. Time and time again, I try to help my brothers out. My favorite friend was Hobo. Time and time again, I try to help our mothers out. My favorite band was Sozo. Time and time again, I try to sell CDs in DC and PG. Time and time again, until the point I sold 30K, that was me, B. Time and time again, I tried to put my pop's whole record label on my back. Time and time again, I tried to put the whole DMV on the fucking map. Time and time again, I told these bammers be a trap, nigga, don't be fucking trapped. Time and time again, I told these bammers don't be welling, capping all up in your raps. Them same ones giving you daps. Them same ones might get you tapped. Fuck a Twitter mission, better pay attention. What I learned from the game is that them same ones giving you daps. Them same ones might get you clapped. Better pay attention. Fuck a Twitter mention. What I learned from the game is that.